Welcome to Dark Psychology World Channel. What we bring is the 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son, perspectives, ideology, and wisdom. Letter 20, How to Win the Competition. Dear John, I have bad news to tell you. Just last night, Mr. Benson passed away. It makes me sad. Mr. Onson was my old rival. He is a competitor that I respect. His extraordinary talents, strong will, and graceful demeanor, they all left a deep impression on me. Until now, I still remember after we formed an alliance, that joke he made on me. He said, "Mr. Rockefeller, you are a merciless and consummate predator. If I lose to those bad guys, would make me very sad, because it's like being robbed. But fighting someone like you who follows the rules, whether you win or lose, you will feel happy." I couldn't tell at the time whether Benson was complimenting me, still praising me. I told him, "Mr. Benson, if you could swap the pillagers for the conquerors, I think I'd be happy to accept it." He smiled. I greatly admire those who stand in the face of a formidable enemy, warriors who still fight bravely. That's what Mr. Benson is. Before Benson formed an alliance with me, I just defeated the largest railroad company in the United States, Benjo Railway Company, and successfully subdued the fourth company in the United States, Baltimore, the last major railroad company, Ohio Railroad Co. Just like that, along with my most loyal allies, Erie Railroad and New York Central Railroad. For major railroad companies in the United States, everything has become a tool in my hands. At the same time, Standard Oil Pipeline, it is extending to the oil field step by step. What makes me even more happy is obtained connection to oil wells and main railway line. Absolute control of all major oil lines. Frankly speaking, at that time, my power has touched oil extraction, all corners of the petroleum industry, including the refining and transportation markets. If I say, I hold the power of life and death over oil producers and refiners, not dawa, I can make them rich or make them worthless. But some people do ignore my authority. For example, Mr. Benson. Mr. Benson is an ambitious businessman. He's laying a line from Bradford's oil fields, oil pipeline to Williamsport, to save those who are afraid of being defeated by me, and independent oil producers eager to get off my back. Of course the thought of making a big profit out of it. It even drives him to boldly invade my territory. This line connects Benjo East, Northern and Western pivotal pipelines. From the very beginning, it rushed forward at an alarming speed. This arouses my great concern. John, no competition is an easy game, but it is full of energy and requires close attention. A game of constant decision-making. Otherwise, just be careless. You lose. Mr. Benson is causing trouble. I have to tell him to stop. At first, I used a set of tactics that were obviously not very clever. Start a fight with Benson. I bought a piece of land along the Benjo border at a high price. A narrow strip of land running from north to south, trying to stop Benson's progress. But Benson took a detour, diffused the heavy blow I hit. As a result, I became a landowner who did nothing. But it made the farmers their rich overnight. Then I used the power of my allies. Request Railway Company. No oil pipeline must be allowed to railway across them. Benson follows suit. Successful breakout again. At last, I want to use the power of the government to stop Benson. But no success. I can only watch Benson become a hero. I know I've met a formidable enemy, but he couldn't shake my determination to compete. Because of that 110-mile pipeline is my biggest threat. If the reasons are allowed to flow there without any hindrance, flow to New York. Then Benson and the others will replace me, becoming the new owner of New York's refining industry. It will also make me loss of control of Bradford oil field. I can't allow this. Of course, I don't want to kill them all. My real goal is not to pay too high a price. I can get what I want. We can't let Benson and the others call us destroy the market order that I worked so hard to establish, ruin my control of the oil industry. This is my life. So, when that giant snake is about to start surging, I proposed to Benson that I wanted to buy their stock. But unfortunately, I got rejected. This pissed off a lot of us. Mr. A.O. Dye, who was in charge of the company's pipeline transportation business, offered to use force to destroy their pipelines, to punish those ungrateful people. I hate this simple and crude idea. Only incompetent people. Only then would he commit such a despicable act. I told A.O. Dye, kill that stupid idea of yours. I never thought I would lose. Even if you lose, the only thing to do is to lose openly. If anyone could do something behind his back without being caught, he may have an absolute competitive advantage. But evil and immoral behavior is very dangerous. It will cost him his dignity, even bring jail time. And any deceptive and immoral behavior neither can last long. Neither can be a reliable corporate strategy. This will only undermine the overall situation, making the future more difficult, even lose all opportunities for development. We must pay attention to the rules, because rules create relationships. Relationships lead to long-lasting business. Good deals create more deals. Otherwise, we will end early. Our good fortune in my nature. I don't welcome competition. All I want to do is completely destroy the competition. But I don't need a dishonorable victory. I want to win happiness thoroughly and decently. Just when Benson was gloating, enjoy the joy of success, I launched a series of an offensive that he couldn't resist. I sent someone to send a large order to the oil storage tank manufacturer, asked them to ensure production is delivered on time, leaving them no time to take care of other customers, including Benson. No oil storage tank. Oil producers. The crude oil extracted can only be dumped into the wilderness. Then wait for Mr. Benson. It won't be oil transported on behalf of others, but complain loudly. At the same time, I significantly lowered pipeline transportation prices. A large number of refiners will rely on Benson to transport crude oil. Attract. Become our customer. And before that, I have quickly acquired several refineries in New York to prevent them from becoming clients of Benson's gang. An excellent commander. He will not attack a bunker that has no interest in him, but to destroy that vital thing with all our strength. Fortress related to siege operations. Every round of my attack, all hit Mr. Benson in the fatal joint. Leave him without medicine. In the end, I became the winner. In what is known as the world's longest oil pipeline. Less than a year after it was built, Mr. Benson surrendered. He offered to make peace with me. I know this wasn't his intention, but he knows very well. If you continue to fight against me, what awaits him is only an even more tragic failure. John, every crucial competition, it's all a fateful battle. To retreat is to surrender. If you retreat, you will become a slave. Since war is inevitable, then let him come. And in this world, competition will never stop for a moment. We won't have any rest. When? All we can do is bring steely determination, accept various challenges and competitions that come one after another, and be in high spirits and have fun doing it. Otherwise, it will not produce good results. To win in competition, the most important thing is to stay alert. When you constantly see your opponent trying to weaken you, That's when the competition begins. Then you need to know what you have. You also need to know that kindness and tenderness may harm you. Then use all the resources and skills to win. Of course, if you want to win the competition, courage is only one aspect of winning. Also have strength. Crutches cannot replace strong feet. We have to stand on our own 2 feet. If your feet are not strong enough, can't support you to take quick and steady action. What you have to do at this time is not to give up and admit defeat. Instead, you should work hard to hone and strengthen your feet. Let them use their strength. I think Mr. Benson is in heaven. You will also agree with me. Love you, Father. Thanks for listening to Dark Psychology World Channel. We will continue to bring you in the next issue. 38 letters from J.D. Rockefeller to his son.